So, Toronto Raptors fighting with the Atlanta Hawks for that 8th seed still against the Sixers, who are not really playing for anything. They are probably locked into this 3rd seed, but of course they want to continue their good play with Harden and Embiid, who were both playing and back, which was great to see. And the Raptors started off really well. I loved how Scottie Barnes played early on, and overall offense and playmaking from him. He has been looking so much better lately, I feel like, and more assertive, which is great to see because he has so much potential. And James Harden had himself a great first half as he started off really well and just played some of his best basketball this season in this first half. Here he is passing it to Embiid, who pump fakes and gets the easy dunk here. And the Sixers went up by 20 and 20 plus, since James Harden here just against Fred VanVleet, absolutely destroying him, hits the 3-pointer even without a foul, and just unbelievable shot making from him. But the Raptors, I thought the game would be over, man, after this start, but the Raptors did bounce back here in this 3rd quarter fairly quickly, and they cut it down under 10 points fairly quickly. But of course, Jaden McDaniels had one of his better games as a Sixer, which I like to see because I'm rooting for the guy. And the Raptors continue to fight here as they cut the lead back down to 6. And with 10 minutes to go, the Sixers offense looked really bad in this second half. A lot of missed shots, a lot of just bad forced shots, a lot of turnovers. Fred VanVleet makes it a 2-point game here from downtown. And man, that's a great shot. But the story of the night is PJ Tucker can still shoot, baby, as he hit 3-3-pointers tonight and ends it here pretty much as that was the dagger, man, because when PJ Tucker hits that 3-pointer, it's over. And he was 3 of 6, which was great to see. 6 rebounds also. And Harden and Embiid had a, perfect first half in a way, but still were kinda not aggressive enough. Embiid had 25 and 12 on 13 shots, and I don't know, just didn't feel like a great Embiid game. He had also 5 turnovers. Of course, the Raptors defense is really, intriguing, but not great this year. But, Nick Nurse can always come up with something against these players, but they were fairly efficient at least, right? And the playmaking was solid enough from Harden to outdo those 6 turnovers, and the bench did step up huge with Jalen McDaniels having great moments. You had Daniel House having really good moments. Paul Reed had a good moment. Overall, the bench just stepped up tonight, and of course, that's one of the biggest weaknesses of this Raptors team, as they have a really inconsistent bench that doesn't really give the main guys enough rest and enough help. And yeah, Fred VanVleet had 19, 5, and 6, but didn't shoot the ball efficiently and had 6 turnovers. Meh game from him. Scottie, 29, 9, and 8 with 4 steals, 1 block. I loved it. Beautiful game from Scottie Barnes. This is exactly what you want him to be. But Pascal didn't have a great game, which just kind of offsets it, right? But I would say for the Raptors in the long term, this is much better, right? I think Scottie Barnes has just so much potential with his playmaking, and if he, his IQ seems fairly well enough. His IQ just seems fairly high, and he's just gonna get better and better. And he had a rough start to this year, but he's been really coming to his own, which is really great to see. And with Jakob Poeltl, they have been just a really good team, man. And even though they probably not, even though they are probably not gonna be a rough out, because they are very likely to face a Boston or a Milwaukee, which doesn't give them much of a chance. Even though if they play one of those teams, especially Milwaukee, they're gonna win game 1 and everyone's gonna go crazy, and then they're gonna get 4-1. Then they're gonna lose 4-1. Man, I can't properly explain myself sometimes, but hey, that's what makes it fun, because I can get to improve here, I can get to show the improvement overall over time, and I feel like it has been shown, just like Scottie Barnes, man. Shout out to him, and shout out to the Raptors for at least making it interesting, because it felt like, a blowout in the first half, so at least I've got something to talk about here.